Okay, we're 2 episodes in. This is how you start a show. House of Dragon, episode 2 on HBO, and it's impossible for me to get more hyped about the further happenings of this season.
Yeah.
Because not only do I love Rhaenyra as a character, but I think Viserys is a great king.
Yeah.
I like Daemon as an antagonist. I like the world building that they're doing. I love Corlys as a character. Yep. I love the fact that
he's one of my favorites.
He's like the strategic, war planner, and then the crab feeder as like this looming threat that we haven't gotten to yet. Everything this show is doing, plus dragons.
You got a little taste of the crab feeder and a little bit of what he does, and he's really striking fear easy into these people because he's shutting down the shipping lanes. Yeah. And we say House of Dragons, please excuse all the Game of Thrones stuff.
I mean, it is Game of Thrones.
It is Game of Thrones. Is when you're talking to your friends, you're like, "Did you see Game of Thrones last night?"
Yeah.
And then you just
House of Dragon.
House of Dragons. Cause what do we get in this?
It's House of Dragon. It's not even.
There
There's no S on it.
There we go. Correct it again. Because you know why I call it House of Dragons? Do you understand how many dragons we're seeing in this show right now?
And I need more.
Yeah. I think I'm ready for sky fighting, like riding
Daemon's
them through.
dragon. Oh boy, the CGI in this show so far.
But something about me tells that Rhaenyra has a better connection with her dragon.
I don't know. Well,
She did mention like if you do something to me, like she's very protective.
So this whole show is the civil war of the Targaryens, and there is going to be many, many instances where the dragons will be forced to fight each other because they're riders. I am so here for that.
Yeah, because Rhaenyra had mentioned they send the dragon rider. You have the dragon riders to strike fear into like an upwelling, like it was happening down the way. I'd be terrified.
So I know this is kind of not fair, but comparing Game of Thrones, the vanilla series,
Season 1, Game of Thrones,
2 episodes. House of Dragon, 2 episodes.
I mean, House of Dragon's missing a little bit of an incest thing, but it's getting there.
I don't know.
I think we're
there
getting there.
Might be a possibility that Daemon wants to be with Rhaenyra. And so I'll bring up this the scene at Dragonhold. I think that's what it's called. Where Daemon retreated to, said he was going to get married, sent out wedding invitations to be petty.
To the whore.
And and Rhaenyra came in on her dragon about as badass as Daenerys had ever looked in Game of Thrones.
Yep.
Second episode in and said, "Look at me. I'm the queen now."
I mean, at that point, if you were Daemon, wouldn't you want to lie with her right there in front of Otto and everybody?
So it also demonstrated the fact that she was a better diffuser of tensions than Otto was.
Because she met force with force. So you were never going to win with Daemon like that.
So with Daemon, I get the fact that he's got like a lot of traits about him that most people don't like, me included. But he does love his family, and he does want to protect his brother, and he does love Rhaenyra.
Should he have been the heir? I don't know.
No, I don't. I would say no, because it is correct that he does not have the temperament to be king. He has a very high possibility to slide down the tyrannical slope, and he'd get there. Look what he did with the Night's Watch.
And as we've seen that in Game of Thrones, the Targaryens have that runs in their line of that. Like, we know that the Mad King came from that lineage.
So I don't think he's fit to be king. I think Viserys was right in pulling back and saying, and the council told him this.
Yeah.
That and it's going to be really cool to see how the bond between Daemon and Corlys turns out.
I don't think it's going to be like a friendship. I think it's going to be strategic. I think they're both are planners. I think
it'll develop into that, I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't know, because Daemon, I think, at the end's out for himself because he wants to be king. He wants to be. I honestly would think he wants to rule all of them because he thinks that he is rightful heir and he has the capability to do so. But on the other side, you have Viserys, who is prepping to create another heir.
Yeah.
With naming. His next wife.
Man, we didn't even get into that yet.
No,
succession arc, basically, of the queen of, You know,
Caught us all by surprise. I think we had one expectation of a young lass that was very young, and I think Viserys got kind of weirded out by that.
Yes, and I don't think that. So the reason why he might have chose her if he wasn't already dying.
You think he's dying?
Oh, he's absolutely. I think in 2 episodes he's gone.
I think yes, the Game of Thrones aspect, yes, he will be gone.
Oh yeah, because of his whatever flesh eating disease
First off,
he has.
cut that goddamn pinky off.
Yeah.
We don't need them. They're there for show.
Well, the pinky was only the evolution of it. It was his back. That was the first thing.
They had that pus
it's spreading throughout his whole body. In 2 episodes, he's gone.
What do you think it is? I just immediately went to STD, but
If it's okay, I'm going to try to bring fantasy into this. It might have something to do with the dragons. I was thinking, so I mean, it could be an STD,
that's more likely.
but I'm thinking it might have something to do with the dragons. I don't know. It might just be something tied to that day and age, like we saw with
you
C-section.
saw the C-section, and things are in their
things are brutal
infancy.
if they're not that serious.
Yeah, they
C-sections are serious, but
they fed them to maggots, which is an effective
yeah.
fix. I think
we still do that with leeches some days.
They have medical advances back then that were. The maggots have a sole purpose: eat dead flesh.
Yeah.
What do you need off of your body? Dead flesh. So yes, I agree. I'd even 2 might be pushing it,
and I think
we might
be
looking at the end. Too. Yeah, because
we've already gotten one.
He's picked a new wife. I think Rhaenyra was a little bit disappointed.
I think we're a year out. A year after the onset of the show.
Like it's just gonna jump right through.
No, I think right now at the end of episode 2, I think we're a year after.
I don't even think she died. His wife didn't die not even a year.
It might have been. I was getting the impression it was around a year.
But politically, he had to make a choice because he needs to make a male heir.
Yep.
Because like Corlys said, Rhaenyra will not be accepted. Could she do the job? Soon. They don't give her respect already, although she is still
She asserts herself with dominance.
But she's pouring drinks still.
Which and they went a long way to show the fact that even though he's appointed her heir.
Right.
She's pouring drinks still. So it goes a long way in world building to where what men think of civilization thinks of women as leaders.
Women were trash back then.
And
yet very powerful, as we saw in Game of Thrones with
Daenerys.
And, they can be good leaders. But back then, I get it. It wasn't allowed. It's part of the whole thing.
I cannot wait to see the development of this show.
No,
the characters, the relationships. I don't know how many.
10, maybe?
As many as we get.
I don't want 6. I think 6 would kill it.
No, I really hope it's more than that.
10, yeah. I think 10's about it.
So that was episode 2 of House of Dragon on HBO. It's good.
Yeah.
It's way better than season 1 of Game of Thrones.
I want more. It's an hour, and I want more.
Yeah, me too.
2 hours in, I want a lot more.
Guys, let us know what you think of the episode in the comments below, and we will see you next week for the next episode of House of the Dragon. See ya.